Hello everyone, welcome back to the LittleBigPlanet Karting commentary. We're going to be finishing up the Progress Emporium in this part. Yep. Oh dear. Something's happening. What can it be? Oh no. I don't trust you anymore. Oh no. It's the rotting food from the fridge. Yeah. The last mission or level you gotta do is a race to the clock. If a racing game were a platformer, this would be its course. It's a completely linear track where you have to avoid obstacles. You know, the green slime is dangerous. You know, the donuts are dangerous. Anything the spoiled food is dangerous. And what you need to do is you need to get to the chopper. You know, like in the Terminator movie, but in a go-kart. Though this is pretty much similar to the one level in the Monster Island world. Yep, and it's just a checkpoint race, really. So, after the last part, I have been thinking about this one topic, and that's whether or not this game can be replayed after you finished it. Do you go back to your do you come back to this game with either your family or friends to play this game? In my opinion, no. I don't think this game, holds up all that well compared to Mario Kart, to be honest. I think it's because of its childish nature, really. I mean, Mario Kart is for kids as well. However, a lot of people, always go back to it, and me included. So I just don't see a lot of people going back to this game after the story mode or any of the versus levels, really, because the entire idea of all LittleBigPlanet games is to create the level. So in essence, it kind of feels like that this can be a single player game compared to Mario Kart. And, well, actually, I think it's mostly because of the fact that I had it and I lost it. What was it? Oh, I think it's because of a lack of content after the story mode. I mean, you can go online and play other people's levels, but I just don't see anyone go into the community tab to search up some races. And to be honest, the community tab, when it brings up the levels, is kind of skewered because how it's programmed is that the list goes from oldest to newest, when it should be the other way around. The very first races that were ever created in this game are still on the top of the list for whatever reason. And I'm sure that there's a lot of people who have created their levels in this game, but I don't really see the point of, or not the point. I just don't really. There's nothing really compelling me to go into the community tab and go down the list. So yeah, this is a little side game, and basically we're just gonna be playing Pac-Man with a robotic dinosaur. You know, as you do. And excuse me. Whew, I'm cutting that out. Basically what you're doing is just say you're destroying the trucks in this game. That's about it. Yeah. So anyway, back to my previous topic, which was I don't see the point in going into the community tab and going down the list. I especially don't think a lot of adults would be interested in this game. Because, if you don't mind me asking, I think how Little Big Planet is being treated is like any other kids game. Like, to put up for a comparison, like 2000s licensed games. You know? The year 2000's licensed games. Or licensed games from the year 2000. I think that's a better title. You know, they bring up this childish demeanor, and in a sense that can bring people away. Well, actually, I don't really see myself going into the create mode all that often. Actually, in fact, I barely go back to Little Big Planet. Weird. Well, I guess just a novelty in that case. You know? I mean, a game based around creation is going to have limited potential, I think. It's going to have limited potential. I'm just going to turn down the volume here because I can barely even hear myself. So yeah, games based around creation, I think, have limited potential because they give you tools that are based around the mechanics of the game. You know, Little Big Planet is one. Mario Maker is another, and just that's about it. Mainly because the idea of creating stuff is it takes a lot of effort, for one thing, and I think you can make a really good level in Little Big Planet or Mario Maker or any game that houses a create system, where you get to create your own levels. But wow. You see, this is what happens when I ramble. I just lose my train of thought. Yeesh. My memory's terrible. I don't do thoughtful. I don't do the thoughtful discussions well. Okay, so anyway, going back to the game. Here you have to collect as many bubbles as you can while not getting hit. Now you have 3 lives, but you can't get hit. Waste all of them and essentially you're done for. Like that. And like that. Wow, that was terrible. So let's see. I'm trying to get back to the topic I wasn't before. Uh, I think I was talking about I think I was talking about the current Little Big Planet and how it's. Oh no, I was talking about creating systems. Okay, so let's see. Games based around creation systems don't have a lot of potential, mainly because they're based around they give you the tools that are based around the mechanics of the game. You know, of general gameplay. And that's always going to happen compared to a game that's fully realized, fully programmed, designed, one that has an end goal, like Mario, Sonic, or any other single player game. Legend of Zelda is another one. Uh, so that was it. Next part, we're going to start in the next world. See you then.